Good morning, volleyball fans all around the Philippines. We're back here at SM by the Bay, the Sands at Mall of Asia for the championship of the national finals of the Beach Volleyball Republic, brought to you by ABS-CBN Sports. And today we have the championship. We'll determine the top teams in the 8th to the 1st position, and it's going to be a beautiful day of volleyball as you take a look at the action that you're going to be seeing starting at 11 until 2 in the afternoon. Hi everybody, thank you for watching us again on ABS-CBN Sports and Action. Eric Dipan alongside one of the hardest hitting spikers in the ladies division, the UAAP, former Lady Eagle, Z Hervasio. Hi Z.
Hi Eric, at magandang umaga sa inyo lahat, and thank you for watching Beach Volleyball Republic on Tour National Championships.
All right, and it's going to be fun today, Zia, especially yesterday after so much action in the quarterfinals. We're here today, and I know some of the fans, they may not have caught the action yesterday, it being a working day. So we'll give you a recap of the quarterfinals that happened yesterday right here at Tournament Sands, SM by the Bay, Mall of Asia. And para may idea kayo kung paano nakarating yung mga teams, your favorite players ninyo here today.
Okay.
Well, yesterday, quarterfinal match number 1.
Quarterfinal match number 1 was between Abanto Caballejo and Catubag Kilario, and the tandem of Koya Abanto and Judy Caballejo won. Quarterfinal match number 2 was between Cosas and Rodriguez, defeating Saraum Brillo, a tandem from Cebu. Quarterfinal match number 3 was between Soriano Maisek. They defeated Magdato Polidario. And the 4th quarterfinal match was between Tan and Ceballos, defeating Demontano Estoquia.
And this was a mix of players from Metro Manila, a mix of players also from the provinces. We have Team Bacolod,
Team Cebu
was
and
there.
Team Iloilo as well, Eric.
So it's awfully nice to see so many players stepping up from the provinces and appreciating yung BVR as they go around the country.
Yun nga yung sinasabi namin, Eric. We wanted, the goal for BVR was to go all around the Philippines, discover new talents, and for the past 7 legs, madami talaga kami nakikitang magagaling na players, especially from the Visayas region. So we're really happy and we're really pleased that they're excited to join here on the national championships here in Manila. We have tandems, as you said nga kanina, we have tandems from Cebu, Iloilo, and Bacolod. And for the rest of the year, we're hoping to find out more talents around the Philippines.
Oh, definitely, most definitely, folks. Now, let's take a look at the semi-final matchup that happened earlier today.
Okay.
And it's very interesting because one of the provincial teams that we saw since yesterday really playing hard, playing very well, and they made it all the way to the finals. Pero ito muna, before we give you the schedule of today, take a look at the semi-final matchup that we had earlier today.
Oh, so earlier today, the first semi-final matches was between Cosas and Rodriguez. They defeated, by default, Soriano and Maisek. Maisek having an injury hitting the back of her head, or her back, in one of the A-board stands, and she's now currently waiting for the CT scan results in San Juan de Dios Medical. And so for the second match, for the semi-finals, we had Beatan and Fiola Ceballos defeating Camila Banto and Judy Caballejo.
Well, we wish Alexa Maisik all the best, and hopefully she comes back later, as they will be part of the battle for third place, right? Now let's give you the schedule today. This is more of a bracketing look at the events for today. It's going to be a battle for 7th place, battle for 5th place, 3rd, and then the finals. Right.
Yes, Eric. So we're trying to see if Maisek and Soriano could still play for the battle of the 3rd. If not, I think it's going to be a win by default by Cosas and Rodriguez.
And Rodriguez is right. And then in the finals, we have Rodriguez, Cosas, and Tan Ceballos. That will be happening later. And just to give you guys an update on the prizes at hand, if I'm not mistaken, 20,000 for the 4th placer, and we have
40
for the 3rd place,
and 70 and 100,000 for the champions.
All right, so that's what at stake, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get to the first match today, the battle for 7th place, when we come back right after this break.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Sands at SM by the Bay. This is Beach Volleyball Republic on Tour National Championship Semi-Finals round. Let's meet our officials. First referee, Rolly Casillan. And our second referee, Alvin Magdaraog. Now time to meet the players. First, representing Team Iloilo, the tandem of Demontano and Jackie Estoquia. On the other side of the net, representing Cebu White Sands, the tandem of Brillo and Saraum. Beach Volleyball Republic On Tour National Championship is brought to us by ABS-CBN Sports in Action, Sands at the SM by the Bay, PLDT Home Ultera, C500 Juice Drink, ARG Lumiere Productions.
Back here at the Tournament Sands, SM by the Bay Mall of Asia in Pasay City for the battle for 7th place between Team Iloilo and Team White Sands Cebu. And this is what we've been talking about, Z, at the start of the program, na ang dami ng provincial talent coming up and showing their skills and their passion for volleyball, and most especially, at least for the purpose, for today's purposes, beach volleyball.
Yes, actually, these teams have been with us for the previous legs, and ABS-CBN Sports in Action already covered the games between DM and Jackie right here serving, and Apple Saraum. But Apple had a different partner back then, so they're both champions for a different league back then. And it's kind of interesting, and let's see what's going to happen in this match.
Saraum serving. Brillo, Saraum.
DM Demontano for the hit. Brillo on 1-2.
1-1 so far here in set number 1.
It's a long rally right here, Eric. And it's still going. And
Brillo
finds the spot.
And it's very rare to see in beach volleyball long rallies like this, because of how, you know, very skilled these players are in finding those corners and finding the opening sa depensa.
Saraum for the kill. But Jackie Estoquia easily picks that up and finds the spot.
Jackie Estoquia.
You know, Eric, in beach volleyball, they say the best places to put the ball are the corners or the deep spots.
Jackie Estoquia.
Yung sa may malapit sa end line. So you'll see that here in this match, kung paano gawan ng paraan tong mga players.
Right. Also din, hapon marami din tayo nakitang attempts to put it on the side, ano?
Yes. That's the difference between indoor and beach volleyball. Sa indoor, makikita mo palakasan yan. But here in beach volleyball, it's palakasan, but more of the utakan. You have to be smart in beach volleyball. Because dalawa lang kayo and you're covering so much area for your court.
This is a rather powerful spike.
Yes.
Yung last hit na yun for the score, and change score tayo dito.
And take a look at that one again. A hit by Saraum.
Saraum serving.
Also, for those who don't really know that much about beach volleyball, every cumulative points of 7, nag-change court yung teams. Just to even out the playing field. Kasi depende yan sa kung saan nakatapat yung araw, yung hangin, you know, those factors.
And it's also up until 21
yes.
lang.
Yes.
Only 3 sets. Third
Best
set
of 3.
Best
yes.
of 3. 15 points lang in third set if it makes it there.
And sa third set rather, you change every 5 points naman.
Right now, just a 1-point lead for Team Cebu, or Team White Sands Cebu. Estoquia serving. There's a point.
Brillo.
Brillo powers that down the line and get the point.
This is a battle for 7th place between Team Cebu and Team Iloilo.
Brillo was there.
That gets it. That was went across the net, and a point again for Team Cebu. Now, under conditions like this, you'd feel it very draining
Yes.
for sure. Being under the sun and you know, moving at a very athletic pace.
And if you check right now, it's 11 a.m. and it feels like, you know, it's like an oven out here.
So you've got to admire the
Yes.
tindi ng
Athleticism. Yes.
and stamina
Uh-huh.
as well of these girls. And they've been playing since yesterday and day before.
Yes. So this is the third day of the BVR on Tour National Championship.
Demontano serving.
And I just gotta admire these girls for playing out the whole 3 days. Under the sun, under the rain, with the wind, you know?
Lead now is at 4. And change court for both teams. Again, yun yung nasabi mo,
Yes.
Z, ano?
So now it's a cumulative of 14. So switch courts ulit sila. On your screens, Jackie Estoquia from Iloilo. Serving is Brillo Saraum. DM with the spike. And it was a short picked up by Brillo. Another attempt, see if they get the point. And Brillo Saraum.
A lot of back and forth
Gets
here, and
the
yun yung
point.
sinasabi mo, Z,
Yes.
send it to the back, especially on rallies like that.
Yes. Because most of the players would have the tendency to stay in front. Especially if you're coming from an indoor type of volleyball, masasanay ka na you move forward. Like yesterday, me and Mitch had a hard time because we keep moving forward. Tapos parang, nasa likod lahat ng bola. So you just gotta have...
So how long for people who are watching, for girls most especially, who want to get into beach volleyball, how do you train yourself to, you know, this is beach, you're on the sand, so not to move forward too much and keep covering your rear side?
It's a lot different din kasi. For example, yun nga, malaki yung court na i-cover nyo and then dalawa lang kayo. Kung magbablock, isa lang yung magbablock. You have to adjust, you have to train, you have to kailangan mo masanay.
Condition talaga your head,
yes, na iba talaga yung playing dynamics ng beach volleyball sa indoor. Yun nga, playing smart, not playing like hard.
We've got a timeout on the floor and 12-6 advantage for Saraum Brillo over Demontano and Estoquia. We're back here at the tournament sands in Mall of Asia for the battle for 7th place in the championships of the national finals and beach volleyball republic. Eric Tepan with Z Hervasio on the call for this matchup between two provincial teams who have shown great heart and great talent and skill to move beyond and into the day 3, the final day of the national finals. Team Iloilo and Team Cebu.
All right, in your screens right now is Team Cebu White Sands serving Brillo Saraum. They lead 13-7.
That's an ace.
And she gets that ace.
Technical timeout.
And we've got a technical timeout again on our hands. We'll take another break and come back with more action right after these. Today of the national finals in beach volleyball republic. And come on over. Maaga pa lang. This is just the first game. And we'll be here until about 2 to 3
p.m.
for the finals. So come down if you've got nothing on your plate today. And manood po kayo ng beach volleyball and hang out with some of your favorite volleyball players in the UAAP and the provinces as well. Right now, Z, it's a 14-7 lead by Team Cebu. And so far, Brillo Saraum, Brillo doing a pretty good job defensively and putting Team Iloilo on their heels. Ang dami nilang mga gandang bato sa likod, most especially hindi nako-cover ng depensa. No?
That's right. That's what I've been saying. Kailangan talaga, you have to play smart. You have to look where there are no people. There's no one. And just make sure you put the ball right there. Brillo for the kill.
They're trying to send it to the back. Ooh, just right on the line. Always pinpoint yung mga shots ng Team Cebu so far.
That's right, Eric. Yun nga eh. Parang sukat na talaga nila yung court. And that's what you get from experience, from a lot of playing years for beach volleyball.
Great save, and it's still good.
Another thing here sa beach volleyball na kailangan mo matutunan is reading where your opponent would place the ball. Um, kanina nakalaro ni na Judy and Kuya Abanto, sina Beatan, and Kuya and Judy are one of the teams na sobrang galing magbasa ng bola. You would see them effortlessly picking up the balls, whether or not it was a hard hit or a cut shot.
It really is it is a skill, because especially here where the ball is so slow, sometimes you try to anticipate, pero if you don't read it correctly, you'll end up really with so many vacant spots on the sand.
For example, at that point earlier by Demontano, she just placed the ball right behind the net. Akala nung kabalaban nila isi-set pa niya, but it's just sobrang nipis lang sa net niya nilagay yung bola. And she got the point.
Right now, an overwhelming lead by Team Cebu over Team Iloilo. Estoquia serving. And this tandem yesterday, they played pretty well as well. Itong si Demontano and Estoquia. Right now, they can't seem to find a rhythm against Team Cebu.
But you still gotta admire kasi sobrang init talaga. Yesterday, I was able to play under this kind of heat and it was really, really tiring talaga. Nakaka-drain ng energy. No breeze, it's just the heat. Like, it feels like it's slapping on your whole body. Grabe.
I mean, we were just standing there in the pregame and we were sweating it out, really. So can you imagine running,
Paano
jumping?
Pa kaya to?
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. What a great save there.
Great save by Brillo Saraum.
Offside.
And Demontano sent that one out.
Switch sides.
And the lead up to 10 right now, 19-9.
2 points na lang, and the tandem of Cebu White Sands would get this first set. So let's see, sana makahabol itong tandem ni na Demontano and Estoquia. Ian with the kill.
Great one-hander there.
Oh,
Brillo with the point again. And it seems like anything that these girls touch, Saraum and Brillo turn into a point automatic. That's how well and how great they've been playing in the first set. 20-9 lead. They save a set point here. Demontano with that hit, pero ang layo ng habulin niya na 10. You say, that walang imposible, but a 10-point deficit in under these conditions would be as close to impossible as you can get.
and especially with the opponent with the last point na lang.
Right.
Just to win the set.
Although naka 2 straight points dito ang Team Iloilo. Let's see if they can make it all the way back.
Demontano for the serve.
Like what you said, Z, isa na lang kailangan ito, and they're going to be on the attack here, and that's the point
Yes.
we're looking for.
And set number 1.
Such great dynamic between Saraum and Brillo here, and a dominant win in the first set for them over Team Iloilo. Set number 2 coming up when we come back. Back here at the Mall of Asia sa Tournament Sands tayo, to be exact, for the National Finals of Beach Volleyball Republic. Magandang umaga po sa inyo lahat. Thank you for watching us, and we're right now featuring battle for 7th place for Team Cebu with Apol Saraum, Jeff Brillo, with a great performance in set number 1 against DM Demontano and Jackie Estoquia. And what will it take, Z, for Estoquia and Demontano to bounce back here and have a better performance than their outing in the first set?
I think, Eric, their tandem should just keep reading the ball as well, because yun nga ang strategy nitong Team Cebu White Sands. They just put the ball short and then long and then short and then long. They've played against them in some of the games from yesterday and day 1, and I think if they could have studied their movements well, siguro makapag-prepare sila for this game. And I think it's just about a matter of executing their plays as well.
But right now, it seems like Team Cebu is just too quick, that 1-2 play. And right now, in the blink of an eye,
we have a 3-0
agad.
Yeah.
And ang galing lang ng depensa ng Team Cebu, no? They never give up on a ball. They keep the chase on up until they're not able to get it anymore. Pero that tenacity really has helped them or push their opponents to try a little harder and commit more errors in the process, you know?
Yes, you just have to play your games in a perfect manner, or at least close to perfect. Perfect execution, perfect ups, perfect defense, and receives. For example, that in beach volleyball, Eric, as well as in indoor, your service talaga is the first line of offense, and as much as possible, you would want to get an ace kaagad, or at least make your opponent receive the ball in a bad way para mas madali sa team nyo.
Here's Brillo on the attack. 4-2 is a score. Another good rally going on. Brillo wanting to send it behind Team Iloilo, but just caught the tape of the net. So these errors nakatulong ng konti for Iloilo to come back here. They're down only by 1
point. That last point was a good attempt for a 1-2 play, which na madalas nating nakikita here sa beach volleyball. In the UAB, I think you guys saw before, it was Dindin Santiago with her partner, the libero, Jen Reyes. They kept doing 1-2 plays and they were killing the balls most of the time.
Because if you speed it up, especially sa sand where it's really difficult to move around, you really get an advantage. There's a failed attempt at a dig by Demontano. It's a 5-4 lead. Balik sa Cebu ang kalamangan dito.
But still on a 1-point lead, so let's see if the tandem of the Iloilo team could keep this score and they get the point. Now it's tied for 5.
Right now, Zimo, maganda pinapakita ng Team Iloilo dito. They're keeping it close. Set number 2.
Estoquia serving.
Estoquia with the serve. Let's see if Apple could. Okay. And another point for Team Iloilo.
And for the first time in this match, Team Iloilo with the lead at 6-5 in set number 2.
It looks like they're getting the rhythm na for this second set, the 7th and 8th place.
And these unforced errors naman, Brillo had about 3 already in this set, giving them some problems. That's the last one, and now it's a 2-point lead by Team Iloilo. 7 serving 5. Brillo on a 1-2 play. Abawi.
Brillo on your screens. About to serve. See if she can get the ace.
Setup job by Estoquia, and there's Demontano with a point. Change sides. It's an 8-6 advantage for Team Iloilo after that point. After this heat, Zia, how much SPF do you need on your skin?
Well, they say 70 to 100 SPF would be okay, but it's a matter of reapplying din kasi.
Yeah, because you basically wash it off.
Yes.
With aside from the water that you wash off with every now and then, and your sweat
yes.
will sort of remove it. So pick up Brillo, sets it up Saraum to the back. Yes.
Inching their way to tie this match at 9.
Obviously, Team Cebu wants to finish it off in set number 2. Team Iloilo wants to make it a 3-set. Demontano.
Estoquia with the kill.
Kept alive. There's Saraum to the net, and ang dami nilang unforced errors dito, Zia, in the second set. Keep sending it to the net.
Could have been the sun affecting them now, since they had a really good movement earlier in set number 1. Baka naubos na yung energy nila.
And that's not hard to imagine because of, I mean, if you're watching us live, you know that it's 11:30 and how hot it is inside your homes, your living rooms. And can you imagine playing under the sun on sand as well? Here's a free ball. Brillo on the attack.
And get the
again, if you're not doing anything today, we're here until 3 p.m. and we're inviting you to watch the Beach Volleyball on Tour National Championship live here at Sands at SM by the Bay. We have games until 3 p.m., which will be the finals game as well. And right there was a point.
A very good rally too. Both teams nag-uutakan, sending it to the corner, sending it to the backside. Pero up until that error, ganda ng coverage of both teams.
Now we're tied at 10.
Team Cebu getting their rhythm back after trailing for a while here.
Chows at the net. Good pickup, a good rally here, but Team Cebu White Sands keeping it alive.
Demontano Estoquia, it was right between them. Team Cebu takes the lead right back, 11-10 in set number 2.
Wow, it's really getting hot in here.
Cooling themselves off while watching beach volleyball right here at Tournament Sands, SM by the Bay Mall of Asia. And there was just an announcement made that current temperature, or at least real field temperature, because current temperature is 33 degrees. I'm checking it on my app. It says Pasay City 33 degrees, but real feel is more like 40.
40, yes.
So you can just go ahead and let your imagination run away with you and put yourself in the position of these
players.
Well, not those people, but the girls on the sand. Those girls.
Yes.
So, second set, 11-10, Team Cebu leading by 1. Team Cebu also up 1-0. And it's going to be a battle here for Team Iloilo to try and send this to a third setter.
And now Team Cebu White Sands up by 2 points. Brillo with the serve. Estoquia for the kill. And she gets the point. Kahit mainit, nakikita nating lumalaban ng parehas tong koponan na naglalaro ngayon.
Demontano serving.
So Demontano to serve here, down by 1, 11-12, battle for 7th place.
And she gets an ace. Now we're still tied again at 12.
And the reason we say this is a battle for 7th because in most competitions you obviously focus only on the champions.
Yes.
There's prize money involved for teams 1 through 16.
Yes. You have 16 teams. We invited 16 teams for this tournament, and all teams would be receiving at least an honorarium of at least 2,000 pesos or something. But if you're looking at the championship place, they're getting 100,000 pesos to this tournament.
Not bad for 3 days of work on the sand,
The
under
sand,
the sun.
under the sun, with the wind, under the rain, pa nga, kahapon.
Right.
Really with the cut shot, the short shot rather.
Nice shot by Estoquia, flying in for the tip.
Dito nga sa beach, sabi nga nila, kailangan mo magkaroon ng mata sa likod ng ulo mo para alam mo kung saan mo ilalagay yung bola. And right there, with the last point, Estoquia seeing no one there at the corner.
Error there by Brillo at the net. Again, another error and a timeout called by Saraum. We'll take a break. Balik ang halamangan sa Iloilo by 3, 15-12 against Team Cebu. Wouldn't you love to take a dip in the waters right now?
Yes.
That would be special, but not, again, like what we mentioned, Kapon, maybe not in those waters. According to DOH, that's off limits. Toxic waste and all that stuff, perhaps. But right now, let's keep our attention on the tournament sands as we give you the battle for 7th place in the championships of BVR National Finals. Live tayo, ABS-CBN Sports in Action. There's a good play. And again, let me ask you, Z, how often, I mean, how do you talk it out amongst yourselves now about defense is one in front, one in the back, or defense is parallel to one another? Because there are a variety of defensive styles that I've seen since we've been covering beach volleyball.
It depends on what you and your partner talk about. Kasi sometimes, for example, me and Mitch Morente, we divided the court between left and right. Sa akin yung left side, sa akin yung right side. But then, like, it's a different story when someone is serving. The person who's not serving should be guarding the net area in case the first or second ball will be sent over kaagad.
Okay.
So it's a matter of like team dynamics with you and your partner.
And the situation as well, kung serving or receiving. See, speaking of receiving, good reception there by Saraum, but on the finish, tumama na naman siya sa net. And that's been the killer for them.
Yes.
That's what's hurting them so far in set number 2.
We've seen that kinds of errors since kanina, starting the second set. Siguro about 4 errors na their team sending the ball straight to the net.
And we don't want to, or I don't want to preempt things, but it does look like parang Team Iloilo is really on the way to pushing this into a third setter. Although maliit lang to, kaya pa tong habulin. It's just a 3-point advantage for Team Iloilo in the black uniform against the Team Cebu with the blue top. One-hander there by Demontano. I think that was an overset. Brillo puts it across, and they score.
Mukhang hindi papayag na basta-basta lang ibibigay itong second set sa Team Iloilo with Brillo smarting it out in the court and gets that ace.
And hihingi ng timeout dito si Demontano, maybe cool off. They've lost a lot of their momentum and movement on the floor. We'll take a break as well. 1-point lead, Team Cebu over Team Iloilo. Beautiful shot of our venue for 2 days. Today's the final day, national finalist to ng BVR, and there you see our tournament director Tony Boy, who celebrated his birthday last Wednesday.
2 days ago, yeah. Sir Tony turning 60.
And pretty involved in the tournament, very hands-on since yesterday. He's very kind enough to keep explaining yung lineups and the bracketing and all that. Very helpful sa panel for us to get an idea of the
nice
tournament.
Defense there by DM Demontano.
1-point lead, Team Iloilo over Team Cebu, but that is no more as Brillo scores and we're tied at 17.
Let's see if they could do this all the way till 21.
That's a 3-point run by Team Cebu here. Keep that thing alive, almost a lift. Brillo Saraum unable to chase it down. And balikan kalamangan sa Team Iloilo as both teams change sides here. Great job by Estoquia for the point. 18-17, Iloilo over Cebu. Estoquia scoring, making it a 2-point lead, and they're inching themselves closer to making this a 3-set affair.
Kailangan ng Team Iloilo para matapos ang set number 2.
Brillo. That is just wide, and eto na. It's set point for Team Iloilo to force a third set.
You can see the exhaustion on Brillo Saraum's face and the frustration when she sent that one out. See kung babawi sila. Demontano.
That catches, or that was blocked. Brillo. Estoquia. Demontano. Estoquia will attack and finds the opening and closes out set number 2.
That ends set number 2 will be awarded.
What a great performance here after being trumped in the first set. Team Iloilo bounces back and takes set number 2 to force a third setter in this battle for 7th place. back here at the Tournament Sands Mall of Asia para sa National Finals ng BBR on ABS-CBN Sports and Action. And Z, after a back and forth, first set won by Team Cebu, Team Iloilo bouncing back in the second set. We have a third setter here.
That's right. Let's see who's gonna dominate this set. And you have to know, this set is only up to 15. Parang sa indoor, ito yung fifth set nila, last and deciding set.
And Team Cebu was right in front of us. Their bench was, and you can tell that their exhaustion after 2 sets, and they still had to go out there and battle for another 15 points or so against Team Iloilo, who seems to be a team like they're just getting their rhythm and they're peaking right at the right time. Good block at the net by Brillo on Demontano for the first point of set number 3.
It's not just the physical aspect, but the mental aspect. You have to be tough mentally and physically for these matches, especially pag naglalaro ka sa ilalim ng init. At ganito kainit na sinabi nga kanina na it's 40 degrees already.
It's just going to get hotter as we get to the championship as well. So it's not going to get easier for the other teams who placed higher. We have battle for 5th, battle for 3rd place, and also the finals happening later on. Saraum to Brillo. Saraum will attack and catch the line.
So far, we have a close match. See if which tandem would pull out and pick up the pace and win this third set. Demontano with a kill, but Estoquia sends the set a bit over the net. And Brillo Saraum seeing that ball and taking that point, their 3rd point.
But the trick is, Ziano, to get as many 1-2 plays as possible, right? Do you want to always speed up the pace of the game, or
well, it depends on you. Kasi kung isipin mo rin, it's for your advantage and disadvantage. Advantage sa'yo kasi mabilis for your opponent, but at the same time, mas kaya ba din ng katawan mo if ever na hindi mamatay yung bola from your 1-2 play. But so far, it's been working kanina for Team Cebu White Sands. And Demontano with that good save, and they send that one over. Let's see if Team Cebu kills it, and they did.
Brillo getting her 2nd win here. A lot more powerful attacks, and they're playing a little faster than they did in the 2nd set.
Siguro inisip nila na kailangan natin tapusin to win and to get out from the sun, from the heat.
4-2, they have a 2-point lead right now. Demontano.
Brillo Saraum reading that ball. Oh, Estoquia hitting the net, giving Team Cebu White Sands another point. And they're up by 3 points, 5-2. Brillo Saraum in your screens. Serving that one straight to the net.
That's gotta hurt.
Yes, yun yung mga errors na gusto mong iwasan, especially when you're playing the 3rd set.
Instead of going up 6-2, it's a 5-3 now with a chance for Team Iloilo to go on a mini 2-point run.
Saraum with a kill. Estoquia picks it up and spikes it over. Still alive. Good read by Estoquia again.
Good rally.
Brillo was there. Good rally. Let's see if they're gonna. Yes, and they end that point. Lead is only 1.
Well, a good decision by Team Iloilo to send it out back kasi si Brillo was just recovering from picking up a ball sa sideline.
Yeah,
Walang tao sa likod. It is a 2-point run by Team Iloilo, but Brillo right there bounces back. It makes it a 2-point cushion for Team Cebu.
You know, switch courts, kanina nga nasabi natin, every 5 accumulative points naman to switch courts here for beach volleyball.
Good strong serve. Team Iloilo on the attack. Yes.
Strong spike by Estoquia. Here in beach volleyball, yun nga, we see variations of the plays. You see strong hits, cut shots, short, long, deep shots.
Demontano Estoquia.
And it's a skill that you have to develop throughout your beach volleyball career. Oh, and a
What
great
a
save.
Great dig there by Estoquia, but
Brillo.
binilik ni
Yes.
Brillo. And ang Team Iloilo not yet recovered from the dig by Estoquia. Again, another 2-point lead. 7-5, set 3. Better reception from Team Iloilo, and it's paying off for them. But right now, they got to cut this 2-point deficit.
Brillo Saraum.
Saraum for the
Time
point.
Team Iloilo.
And now Iloilo wants to talk it over. They're down by 3, 8-5, set number 3. Beautiful Saturday, perfect conditions for beach volleyball, and that's exactly where we're at. Sa Tournament Sands of Mall of Asia, or the national finals of the Beach Volleyball Republic. And it's a neck-and-neck battle here in set number 3. A 3-point lead though para sa Team Cebu over Team Iloilo. But as we've seen in throughout the match, it's a bit of a battle of runs. No first set, it was controlled by Team Cebu. Team Iloilo controlled set number 2. Right now, the 3-point advantage is not safe by any measure in the third set.
Let's see if Team Iloilo would catch up with a 3-point lead by Team Cebu White Sands.
And a good push there by Estoquia to score the point after the timeout. They are within 2. And Saraum getting her shades wiped off.
Here in beach volleyball, you could also ask for a short break to clean the sand off your face or your eyes. Or for that example, Brillo Saraum wiping off the sand and water off her glasses. There's a replay of that last point. Got a good shot by Brillo Saraum.
Balik sa tatlong kalamangan ng Team Cebu over Team Iloilo 9-6. As we're entering a more dangerous territory for the team behind, which is Team Iloilo.
Good up there. 1-2 play.
Estoquia
Ooh.
gets it across the net. And several times now that punching move ni Estoquia has paid off.
Oh, that's right. In beach volleyball, you can't do the tips that you do in indoor. So we call it the cobra poke. Kasi parang cobra yung knuckles mo. So it's either you hit it or you use your knuckles to put the ball over.
And also you can't touch the ball with your 2 hands separate, no?
Yes, kailangan magkadikit. But you can set right now.
Especially if it's overhead. No?
Yes, yes. Unless if it's a hard-driven spike, pinapayagan ng rules that you get the ball with both your hands na magkahiwalay.
A 2-point run dito ang Team Iloilo, and they're within 1. Wow, and the 3-point run ties the game at 9-all. Set number 3.
Team Cebu.
Ang Team Cebu to talk it over.
Witness whose team will reign as host nation France look to fulfill their high expectations, but Albania is keen to spoil the host's chances.
Gracious our France! Celebratory noise!
Watch who will rule over the field in the UEFA Euro 2016 group stage. June 16, France versus Albania, 3 a.m. live. On ABS-CBN Sports and Action HD.
Players ready.
On a 40-degree day dito sa Pasay City, fans have come out to support Beach Volleyball Republic. And why not? Great action and spectacular volleyball talent on display. So we give you today the final day of the national finals with battle for 7th, battle for 5th place, battle for 3rd, and
The finals. Jockey Estoquia for the serve. Oh, and she sends that one long.
And after making a 3-point run, an unforced error on the part of Estoquia gives Cebu the lead right back, pero isa lang yan. And that's something they can overhaul after showing us how they climb back down 9-6.
A good up by Brillo.
Brillo on the attack. Demontano back to Estoquia. Brings it up high. Saraum.
A good read by Demontano. Let's see if she does this one.
That was overset. And a net violation. Demontano a little too eager. Hirap din kasi tansyahin, no? You're running through the net, trying to catch the ball as quickly as possible, and then
But
you're
you
looking
can't-
up,
yes.
and then you see the sun instead of seeing the
Yeah.
ball. And then you end up hitting your hand on the net for sure.
Kaya nga, one of the strategies or techniques then, if you put the ball easy over, at least put it high.
Yeah. Para masilaw yung opponent.
Yes. Oh, a good up there by Saraum.
Saraum on the attack. Brillo picking it up. Over received, but turned out to be a good play.
Just being smart. Being smarter than the other team, rather.
Another factor we fail to talk about is how hot the sand is. I'm sure right
Oh,
now, no?
yes.
And then you dive onto it, your chest, your belly, your legs are all hit by the rough sand. That's about, what, 31 degrees, something like that?
Yes, that's why we always ask for the maintenance
To water it
staff
down.
to water it down. But sometimes, for example, sa ibang mga beaches naman, hindi gaanong uminit yung sand. And some are finer, especially in Boracay. For the 6th leg of BVR on tour, the sand was kinder. The sand was kinder since it was really fine. And we're also grateful that here in MOA it's fine then. But then it's harder to move talaga. Everyone was saying since day one oh my goodness, ang hirap gumalaw dito sa MOA because it gets really deep when you move around in this court.
Because of how fine the sand is.
Yes.
Brillo working extra hard to get to a match point here. They get rewarded with a point. 14-10 right now.
Yes. And let's see if Team Cebu White Sand will finish this one.
Looking for that winning point here. But Team Iloilo on
Jackie
the back saves.
Estoquia.
Estoquia saying no.
Not
Hindi
just yet.
muna. Hindi pa kami tapos.
So 3 more to save for Team Iloilo as they switch sides here. Pero Team Cebu only needing a point to secure
Serving for
7th
Team
place
Iloilo.
in the standings.
Team Cebu White Sand looking for a perfect play execution for this rally point. Jackie Estoquia to serve.
She sends it to... I was going to say she sends it to Brillo, but she sends it out of bounds for a free point. And also the winning point para sa Team Cebu. It was neck and neck
Yes.
in the third set. And humiwalay lang ang Team Cebu down the stretch. That final 4 points.
Yes. You see Brillo moving smarter than the other team.
And there's the confirmation of that 3-set win by Team Cebu. Saraum, Brillo taking down Demontano and Estoquia to finish 7th in the standings. Demontano, Estoquia, Team Iloilo will finish 8th. And coming up next, we have the battle for 5th place. Urjane Magdato and Alexa Polidario taking on Lordinin Katubag and Kaka Kilario. That's coming up next right here on ABS-CBN Sports and Action.